Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carla. In today's video, we will be talking about managing multiple cards wisely is crucial, especially if you are looking to optimize rewards and maintain a strong credit score. So today we are diving deeper into effective tactics for handling multiple cards, including the ins and out of autopay and also understanding APR. In that way, you can use it on your favor. Let's get started. First off, let's talk about autopay. While autopay can be a convenient feature to avoid missing payments, it's important not to rely on it completely. Some companies' autopay system are more intuitive than others. Generally speaking, it's safer not to trust autopay entirely at 100%. So in this case, what I would say is like the way that I use autopay is like I would like that you think about this and consider this too is like just set up auto payment for the minimum payment. That way you don't forget never to pay your credit cards on time. But obviously, this is not just the main point. So you have to override your payments and just pay more. It's depend the balance. We have been talking about this back and forth in another videos, but the point is like the purpose of the auto pay is to avoid late payments in the near future, and that gets worse or gets reported to the credit bureaus, and then you have to deal with the late payment on your report. Here is a tip. Always manually override auto pay by paying manually. What I mean by this practice not only ensures that payments are made, but also keeps you actively engaged with your account status. Most autopays setups will either deactivate or simply not process if there is nothing to pay. So what I mean with this is each if you have something to pay, just and you go and make a manual payment. You don't have to worry about that auto payment that is set up. It's not like it's gonna take the money again because you don't owe anything. So that's what I mean with that. It's like you just have to keep track on your account. Like I always said, you always have to be thinking about your account, how I'm gonna deal with it. That's why I suggest you to download the mobile apps and always have just keep eye on it, just track your account and see what is in it. Just be pay attention of the statement dates and the due dates and all of these things because this is important. So the main key here is if you are proactive about paying down your balances before the auto pay date is a crucial thing. Yes, I think that you might be thinking right now that okay, this is getting overwhelming. I have been talking about statement dates, due dates, and now auto payment dates, but all of this is important. I'm doing this, I'm trying to teach you something right here because this all of this is important and at the long run is for your benefit. So just keep track of this information and use it on your favor. Nowadays there everything is electronic. Just set reminders, put it on your calendar. That way you get notifications and you can go from there. And I promise it's gonna get easy after you have your system set up. Now, let's unravel the mystery of APR. What APR means. So, this stands for annual percentage rate. It is crucial to understand what APR really means because it affects how much you could end up paying in interest. So, you have to be aware of this information because this is everything. How they calculate this information is going to determine if you go if you don't pay your car in full, then this is how it's calculated. So I'm going to try to break it down. I hope it's understandable. So let's see if that works. APR is the yearly interest rate. So if a car has a 12% APR, you are not paying 12% extra per month. That is not what it means. That will be overwhelming. That will be no, that's not the point. So let me go ahead. I say instead, think about this. For example, 12 percentage annually is about 1% per month. Okay, we are good there. So let's break it down a little bit more. Let's put this example. If you carry a balance of $10,000 on your card with a 10.99% APR, you will accrue about in 91.60 cents. That is in interest that month. So if you didn't pay it off, the remaining balance is the one that is going to be calculated based on that interest rate, meaning the 10.99%. So it's less scary than what it sounds. I know it sounds weird complicated, but it's not. But remember, our goal here is avoid to pay interest at all. So basically, again, that's why I keep saying, credit is kind of a game. So we need to pay attention to everything related with dates and payments and dues and all of that. It's a lot, but we you can handle it. You just have to learn the process and go from there. Basically, what I'm trying to do with here, if you pay off your car every single month, you don't have to deal with APR at all, and you don't have to be dealing with this concern. If he stresses you out that much, and then don't deal with it, just pay your car off. So if you are finding this video helpful, hit the like button, comment below if you have any of this experience with some interest rate, and also subscribe to my channel for more information and videos like this. So don't forget to subscribe in my free VIP group for exclusive content and deeper discussion on personal finance and much more. Everything related to money, I'm going to be talking in that group. It can be budgeting, it can be personal finance, business finance, funding, and much more. So just, I will see you there, and I will leave the description in the box below. Coming back to the subject, credit cards calculate interest daily based on the average daily balance. Let's say for that same $10,000 that we talked in the first example, at a 10.99% APR, dividing the APR by 365 days calendar give you a daily rate. So basically, that simple. Multiply this by the number of the day in your billing cycle to see your interest charge. That's how it is. That's as simple as that. The good news about this is if you pay your statement balance in full by the due date each month, like I was mentioned before, you don't have to pay any interest rate. So again, regardless what the percentage of APR are, if you are handling your financial in a healthy way, you won't have any issue with interest rate at all. This practice also can keep your credit utilization low, because by the time that the statement close and the company or the financial company report to the credit bureau, your balance is going to be really low, and that's going to show a low utilization. And that's mean that it's going to keep a healthy credit score. In terms of managing your car, especially those you don't use regularly, consider the sock drawing method. Placing a small subscription on this car. It could be like iCloud, Netflix, things that you use in daily basis that you know that you're gonna pay in a monthly basis. Usually, this type of subscription come with a fixed rate, so you don't have to worry about any liter cents or pennies or dollars that are gonna come ups and down. And just set an automatic payment, and you can put those cars in your drawer and just make your reminder on your cell phone when you have to pay that off, and there you go. You don't have to pay off because it's gonna be auto pay, obviously, but you have to keep eye on it. You have to keep managing this. You have to keep tracking on this. So if you have it set it up, you know how much you have to pay in every single month, and you're good to go. But still, you have to check that everything is good to go. That way, you don't get into issues because you ignore the fact that something happen to your account because you are not tracking it. The important thing about this method is, like, if you have extra card that you are not using, you can keep this account active. The main thing about using this method, if you have multiple cards that you are not using in a daily basis or constantly, basically is just to keep these accounts open without the cards controlling your financial life. In that way, you don't have to close it and hurt your credit. That's what we are trying to find over here, trying to get into this point. So just be aware what the goal is right here. Mastering the management of handling multiple credit cards doesn't have to be overwhelming like people think about. by understanding key concepts like autopay and APR, and using a strategic approach like soul drawing, you can maximize the benefit and maintain control over your financial health, because that's the main key. I mean, you just have to, it's like I said, it's a game. You have to just keep the game going. You just set up a system that work out for you, because probably I'm teaching you here in this channel many strategies and plays and things that you can implement. But at the end of the day, probably what I'm using right now, it might not work for you. But maybe in the a video before, on in a future video, I give you another tips that one that works for you. So just find the way that works for you the best. But what we are trying to achieve here in our mission is keep a financial health and improve your credit score. That way you can get more credit and funding and do as you please. That is it for today. Thank you for watching. Remember, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join my free VIP group for more personal strategies. I hope to see you there. Keep those credit cards in check, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.